Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Bhurida Jana Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Bhurida Jana. We are entering the 22nd chapter, Advice to an Actor. Saturday, May 24th, 1884. Sri Ramakrishna was sitting on the small couch in his room. Rakhal, Yam, and several other devotees were present. A special worship of Kali had been performed in the temple the previous night. In connection with the worship, a theatrical performance of the Vidya Sundar had been staged in the Nat Mandir. The master had watched a part of it that morning. The actors came to his room to pay him their respects. The master, in a happy mood, became engaged in conversation with the fair, complex young man who had taken the part of Vidya and played his part very well. There was Kali Puja. In that connection, they had arranged one stage program. We usually call in Bengal as Jatra. And open stage usually they have. It was done here in the Nat Mandir of Kali temple. In the open, there is a place where the performances like dance, singing, bhajans, and all are done in front of Divine Mother. There itself, this program was also arranged, and an actor has done very nice acting who took the part of Vidya. Master to the actor, your acting was very good. If a person excels in singing, music, dancing, or any other art, he can also quickly realize God, provided he strives sincerely. You see, to convert any aspect of life into sadhana, spiritual practice to go towards God, especially the arts, music, instrumental music, dance, sculpture, paintings, all these arts is called Kala. Kala has two aspects. One is entertainment, other is evolution of the jiva. Both can be used for. I can hear a song to enjoy, or I can hear a song as an offering to God. So, in any way, one is towards the word, one is towards the release. Same thing, I am going to hear, or I am going to sing. I am going to sing a song. It can be converted into enjoying myself and making others enjoy. I can make the singing a worship unto God and meant for my own spiritual evolution. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, means when it is offered to God, when it is a part of sadhana, you will be giving utmost importance to perfection. Perfection in every aspect. Otherwise, we cannot convert our external work and activities into spiritual life. We lack there. The absolute perfection, correct perfect to do. Just as you practice much in order to sing, dance, and play on instruments, so one should practice the art of fixing mind on God. We can use these things as instrument. Singing is an instrument to focus my mind on God. One should practice regularly such disciplines as worship, japa, and meditation, along with the duties of life, along with the earning your bread. These are the inevitable parts of life. Social relationship, family relationship, unavoidable. How will you manage the secular along with your spiritual? Because this is going to create an entanglement from which you cannot escape. On the other side, it is going to release you from all bondages and suffering forever. We need both. We need to sustain our life here, and life is meant, as far as humans are concerned, for evolution to divinehood, to transcend the nature and go beyond. One should practice regularly such disciplines as worship, japa, and meditations. Are you married? The next question. Any children? Actor. Yes, sir. I had a girl who died. Another child has been born. Master, a death and a birth, and all so quickly. You are so young. There is a saying, my husband died just after our marriage. There are so many nights for me to weep. You are no doubt realizing the nature of worldly happiness. The world is like a hog plum. The hog plum has only a pit and skin, and after eating, you suffer from colic. He is giving an example of the world. All things, how on one side life moves so fast. By the time here is there, life is gone. How educational part, 25 years almost goes away. Earning another 35 years goes away. He is 60 at the retirement. As much as time I spent in from my birth to finish my education, one more phase, that's all life. We don't understand in the beginning because we are busy with world and worldly things, and we do not know how this is going to take away our life little by little. Every day we are keeping one step towards our grave. On other side, whatever you think, this is going to give me happiness, this is going to give me fulfillment, always deceives. World entices with all promises as if you are going to be king, you are going to be this, you are going to enjoy. The moment you catch hold of any object of this world, it starts giving pain. Because enjoyment or bliss or peace is not there in the objective world. It is there in the subjective world within. You have to take the inward journey and go. And another thing is, nobody is responsible for others' life. Each is responsible for his own life. Each has to manage one's own life. A few days back, some person came and told some problems facing, and it is on the path of adharma. And this cannot be excused. You have to come out of all those things. They said, if the person who is involved commits suicide, this question always remains. Many people have this problem. They will commit suicide. What happens? For the sake of dharma, for the sake of God, for giving yourself to God, for realizing God. And take a step ahead. You will see nothing happens. If you are moving on the path of dharma, on the path of realization of God, nothing to worry. Even if they die, they will not be deceived. If they are sacrificing their life for a good cause of welfare of others. So this aspect, so each one is responsible for his own or her own life. Nobody can help, or each one has to. Self-preservation and preservation of species are important principles on which nature is moving. You are saying you are going to take care of that person. Tomorrow, whether you will be there or not, we do not know. So, these things are the important features of this world, and Thakur is telling, my husband died just after our marriage. Someone is telling, there is a saying, there are so many nights for me to weep. You are no doubt realizing the nature of worldly happiness. The world is like a hog plum. The hog plum is only pit and skin. After eating, you get colics. You are no doubt realizing the nature of worldly happiness. An important word, always mistaken by many people. Worldly people, there is difference between worldly people and people in the world. People all are in the world. Saints and incarnations are also in the world. Living in the world is not a harm or has nothing to complain about. Where else will we live? We have to live in the world. But to live as worldly, when the term between world, he is living in the world, he is living a worldly life, has tremendous difference. So many people are living in this world. Saints are living, incarnations are living in this world. Where else will we live? But to live as worldly, boat can be in ocean or in water. Water should not be there in boat. It will sink. Worldly life is life of physical enjoyments, sense gratification, and fulfillment of demands of flesh. Then only it is called worldly life. Life in the world is welcome. Worldly life has a contempt always throughout. It is considered as immoral. So to that extent, don't get any time confused between worldly life and life in world. Spirituality and spiritual practices, spiritual life. Spiritual life. My life itself is spiritual. If I split it, means he is leading a spiritual life when we say he is not only doing spiritual practices, he has converted his whole life into a spiritual sadhana. Now, for example, in spiritual life is all aspects. I go to my business, work. Business I do as a spiritual practice. I do business as a business for my earning, which has no relationship with my spiritual practices I do. Then life is not still spiritual life. Spiritual life is every bit of his life. He is eating, he is earning, he is sleeping, he is waking up, he is looking after the family. Everything is a yajna, a constant sacrifice unto God, a constant worship unto God. Lord, you have kept me here. I am doing all these duties. It's a worship unto. Consciously he goes on doing lovingly and offers it to God. Today I took care of this one. I planted a new plant in my garden. Fine flowers is going to come for your worship. Everything is a spiritual life. This is a worship to you. This is my worship to you. I ate today nice food. Let it be pleasing to you. Let it be a worship unto you. Eating. I am finding the food pleasing and I am offering it to God. This is spiritual life. Many do spiritual practices, but life is not yet a spiritual life. You are an actor in theater. That's fine. But it's a very painful profession. You are going now, you are young now, so you have full round face. Afterwards, there will be hollows in your cheeks. Almost all actors become like that. They get hollow cheeks and big bellies. Laughter. Why did I say to watch your performance? Why did I stay to watch your performance? Sri Ramakrishna is asking the actor, why did I stay to watch your performance? I found the rhythm, the music, the melody, all correct. Sri Ramakrishna was very particular regarding these things, minor things which he used to, many times it used to so happen that there would be, rhythm would miss or tune would miss, raga or tala. He used to suddenly, oh, you have spoiled my mood. You should not have done that. So he is very particular. When the tempo is going on, no disturbances. Same must continue. The Divine Mother showed that it was God alone who acted in the performance, in the roles of the players. How, to what extent his vision goes. He is penetrating into the external material objects and seeing the divine within. This is the eye that we must get. The whole struggle is to see the divine everywhere. How much sadhana one must be doing, how much calling on God, how much of purification of the inner heart we are still able to perceive only this material world. Not God who is pervading it, who has become all that. Just like in dream, while sleeping you get a dream. In the dream, every object is mind alone. When you wake up and see, nothing was there except mind had become the world. The forms, the qualities, and every bit, the movements, everything was mind alone. One mind had become many. That mind we are not able to see in dream. God we are not able to see in waking state. God has become all this just because of the identification with body, you are seeing a world. Just because of your identity with the dream body, you are seeing the dream world to be real. But it's mind alone. So there is no difference between sukha and dukkha in dream. When you wake up, you will see whether I was happy or unhappy, it did not matter. It was only an illusion. Like that you will understand. When you wake up to the reality, absolute reality, Satya. Divine Mother showed me that it was God alone who acted in the Parva. Mother, she is correcting the vision of people. He is correcting the whole picture. Where do we err? To see the divine. And Divine Mother is seeing the acting is perfect. Mother is showing who is acting also, you see. Acting is perfect. Dance is perfect. Melody is perfect. Rhythm is perfect. Everything is perfect. You see the perfection in the external. Look what is inside. Mother is showing me alone. Nothing else. Actor. Sir, what is the difference between lust and desire? Master. Lust is like root of a tree. Desires are branches and twigs. What a beautiful way of explaining, you see. Root of a tree. Behind, that's what is the kama and kamana, desire. Kama is lust and desire. Now, lust and desire, when we differentiate lust as the root is what is sustaining the rest of the tree, kamana. Now, Sri Ramakrishna in one place says, turn all your passions on whatever you have towards God. Anger, lust, greed, all this you turn to divine. How to turn lust to divine? It is not lust we are going to offer it to. We cannot. Lust, greed, anger, all these are forces of nature you cannot destroy. You have to transcend go beyond. How will you, what is meant by offering all these things, anger to God, suppose? How to offer the anger? I will go and break the images? No. Anger, how to show, how to turn it towards God? Thakur says, Mod Phirano. Turn all your passions and whatever, kama, krodha, lobha, all these you turn to God. There is a power which is making it. Behind the anger, there is a power. Behind lust, there is a power which is making the person act in that way. It is like water is boiling. You see the boiling water. It's hot, it's boiling. But what is behind is fire. This fire is turned towards God. It is not the lust which is turned to God, but it is the fire which is behind. When we turn to God, means you see how Sri Ramakrishna is telling. It's a root. If you remove the root, there won't be. If you remove the lust, there won't be desires. One cannot completely get rid of 6 passions, lust, anger, greed, and the like. Therefore, one should direct them to God. If you must have desire, greed, then you should desire love of God and be greedy to attain Him. If you must be conceited and egoistic, then feel conceited and egoistic, thinking that you are servant of God, you are child of God. How we turn the higher realities and the lower tendencies into higher realities. What a beautiful way you see. Sri Ramakrishna has made every path so smooth and smoke clear. After my initiation, it was in 1976. Then Vinayakanandaji Maharaj, my Gurudev, told, no, you need not struggle much to realize God. Sri Ramakrishna has removed all the bolts and all that obstructs the opening of the door. Formerly, every door was locked. Bolts were put from inside. You can't enter into by any means. Then, what to do? They used to struggle, go on hammering the doors and try to climb the fort. Now Sri Ramakrishna has removed all the bolts and locks and kept it free. You have to just push the door and enter. He told, you need not fight with the door, try to break the lock or somehow get rid of the bolts from within. Nothing. Sri Ramakrishna has done everything. Just this is all your part, to push the door and enter. So easy is realization when we come to Sri Ramakrishna. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.